is Hayden. Welcome to my latest Diecast model review, and this time, actually, this video will be just about the AUTOart brand, which I'll consider making this like a spotlight series to basically talk about the quirks about each independent car model manufacturer. So starting with A, which a lot of you guys would know, AUTOart is one of my favorite brand because let's show you why. So these three are the ones I have right now, and these three really highlights what AUTOart had went through with their manufacturing process. So starting with the BMW M3, which is a very nice replica of the M3, and they started out with featuring the open box design right here. So just as an example, the AUTOart Performance. So various models were released with that packaging, and it's really the early stages of the AUTOart models lineup, and they had some nice good ideas from the beginning, such as actual process open metal grill, such as this. You can actually see through it, but they didn't have that much of a detail, such as you can see the hinges. They didn't feature specialized pieces, and also you can see the engine bay is not really that detailed. And you can see the radiator is just frankly, it's just a plastic piece molded in. But then what really shines, despite being a almost 15 or close to 20-year old model, is the fact that it's still made in the good old diecast. And when I grabbed it for the first couple months, the rims really caught my eye. It looks so accurate, so sharp, and to aid that, it's got very nice metal P parts that still looks great despite all this use. And of course, the paint is just very accurate, like very fluid. But I've been seeing a lot of model collectors complaining about sink pass, and they definitely have good chance of catching it. So what is sink pass? Well, there's some metal parts surfaces that has little dots, kind of like orange peel, but they flake off or they cause very major discoloration and or even causing pieces to fall out, such as the doors, hood, etc. They just come right off. So the other thing I want to point out is that these models feature actual opening parts for the most part, unlike the how their AUTOart is doing on some of their current composite models. And the usual format is the main body with the zinc metal, along with plastic rear bumpers, or possibly side skirts. And some of these handles are actually plastic, but it doesn't look out of place. And most of the time, the front bumper is plastic also. But overall, the execution, it is well blended in. It doesn't look off. And for these ones, you're going to notice some proportion that's slightly off. I think the kidneys look kinda too small, but but then you only notice it comparing a actual picture side by side. But then, to be honest, I would settle with any openable gimmicked models instead of sealed model brands like Automobile or GT Spirit, like all those fighting for the kind of mid tier model car segment. So this Acura or Honda NSX, I actually didn't feature it on any of my videos so far, but I did look at another red NSX, and this one really marks the pinnacle of AUTOart to date, I think. So they started with the Mazda 787B first in the AUTOart signature. So I still have this box. So it features quirks like these certificates that really add to the collector value, and also a brochure that shows how many parts they have used on each model, which is very cool. So for this one, the Countach I got, it reads about 325 separate parts, metal and plastic parts, and it's very interesting to look at. But for this NSX, it's actually conditioned. It had broken steering, which I fixed. So this wasn't a full package from the seller, but once I fixed it up, it's just amazing looking. Comparing to the M3, you start to notice, despite sharing the same amount of process, like having plastic bumper parts merging with the merging with the sink body, it's very seamless and just filled with a lot of nice gimmicks. And the NSX is just amazing. So looking at just the engine bay area, you can see there's the back glass, and also there's a trunk, like a engine liner, which can't open. Come on, wait. Okay, gotta be careful. So I gotta hold this. So you shouldn't really handle your models like that, but you can tell they just added so much intricate details. It's very close to the actual 1:1 scale. You see a lot of different decals to replicate various warning signs and instructions. And then, okay, let's drop this. And then next, the pop-up headlights is a major difference compared to a lot of sealed models nowadays. They don't even replicate it. Let me pause. So I got that open. So you're not gonna get that kind of feature on any of the resin models nowadays. And then I'll close that. And actually, let's get the front, which is interesting because it's got it's got spare tire along with a lot of details, which, I mean, amazing. It's definitely the golden age in terms of diecast models, and looks really amazing even to this date.